How's it going, everybody? This is Kinema, and we're back with another episode on Unity SMP. So I did say my last video that I would probably be doing some building. I think I mentioned out at my base, but I kind of want to get this going. I've been having to do tons of traveling back and forth between spawn and my base, unfortunately. So I kind of want other means of travel. And maybe ender pearls. I don't know. At least they'll just be fun to have several in the inventory and just be able to. So I went ahead, put a crafting bench here. As you can see, I have nothing but just an iron pick, some ladders, and some stuff. And then I went ahead and put a lot of my good armor I just made and in my ender chest. So I did put this ender chest. I am going to leave this one. We did have one already in the end, but it disappeared. Figures, huh? But yeah, so I am going to run out here. This path was put down by Code. He started it. I actually started out that other direction, but he went this way, which is better because that you do pass by a lot of the land. So he had just the platform. It was getting tons of spawns. I went ahead and helped by putting the all the slabs. Making it too high so Enderman couldn't come under here, and just did a guardrail just so if you're, not paying attention, you can't really fall off the edge. So, and of course there's some there. So if you look down there, you can see there's quite a bit of Enderman. That area, he was going to do an old-fashioned farm, old-fashioned Enderman farm, and then I told him that Fanakwa and I was planning on doing etho and docks. It was mainly dock, not really etho, but they did it on the Minecraft server. We're going to do their design, and I really don't want these guys here. Okay. That's one way to get them out of there. Okay, so let's get this. I did go ahead and start building. And then I figured I should record. So basically what I've been doing is I extended this out. This is where the pathway went down. And then of course you can't see it now, but it kind of forked off. We can probably see some of it down there. I'm going to try to take out all that stuff because you don't need. The reason why you go down to the bottom and you go all the way up is to maximize spawning pads. Well, with this design, you don't need to maximize spawning pads by height. You actually maximize it. That was good. You actually maximize it by extending out the platform just like a regular spawn area. Now I'm hoping I went far enough. That is still kind of in view, but we'll see. So what I've been doing is doing a drop shoot about 7 blocks, 7 blocks wide, and I want to make it exactly kind of like theirs. It's efficient, That's the one thing that sometimes, I want to try to come up with a lot of my own stuff, but it's kind of hard to do when there's already such good designs and things that, like there's only one way you could probably do this farm, and it's, make a platform, make a drop chute, and put named Endermite in a minecart. I mean, that's kind of all there is to it. So I don't know. I mean, we do have the pig farm. Eventually that may go away though. I don't know the status of that as far as what's going on with Mojang or the next update or bug fixes or whatever. So we could have this as well. I think I need to count up I think I need to count up 42 blocks. So if I'm here on 49, it'd probably be about 41, 42 blocks. So yeah, I don't know. Do the math. Let's just say 41 would be 90. So I guess we could technically go up to around 90 for the platform, and then see if they die. I'm probably going to get it all built in before making a large platform, for a couple of reasons. One, that way it's kind of working while we're up top, and two, that way we can kind of test it before it, make sure it actually works. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of continue making this path up. And this is probably not the only thing I plan on doing in this episode, since I already have much, and basically it's just placing blocks, and I don't know if you want to see too much of that. But yeah, so let me go ahead, get this up to around level 90. We are on 61 now, so I got quite a ways to go, and then I'll do a cut right back. Okay, well, I've went ahead and I've done a little bit of work. I got this raised up where we're at 49. It's about 42 blocks. So I may need to talk to the guys and find out, are we going to do this for an XP or just for item, for ender pearls, and then I may have to adjust it some. But if we come up here, went ahead and just did the drop chutes all the way up. I may have to redo some of the design depending on the if we need to go up higher or not. So I haven't really done much with a platform. This is all half slabbed over, so hopefully we don't get any spawns up here while I'm figuring stuff out. But yeah, we're pretty much at 91 and a half. 92 would make it 43, and that is almost like some of them die and some of them don't. They should die though. So what I may have to do is maybe take it up to maybe 93 would be 44, and that should be a definite kill. And then what'd I say? 93. So then what we could possibly do is add in pistons and stuff down below. Now, if we come back down here, and we shouldn't need to add vines or anything to reset the fall, because they're not going to be falling down a tube. They're going to be all coming from the same platform. And that's another thing. I didn't know Enderman could climb ladders. Now this that I'm going up will go away. This one will look exactly like this, so it'll only be the 2 block gap that we have here. And this will be the whole drop chute. So we may have to expand the platform a little bit, but I kind of want to get it somewhat working. Now I did leave this ladder going down. So if we did need to do some maintenance under here, we technically could, since code already made that go all the way down to the bottom, and I put a half slab, so hopefully no Enderman will spawn down there. So that should be safe. So at this point, I may need to talk to some of the guys, figure out if, I might as well make it where it could possibly be an XP farm as well. The advantage to having this as an XP farm is the pigment farm works very well for XP. If they ever do something with the bug, then then that we may lose it as that. However, the one bad thing about it is if someone else is actually in the nether, it slows down to almost having no pigment spawn at all in it, because it's a limited amount of platform space, and if someone's actually in the nether, they're spawning thousands of spawnable blocks probably. So if we have some in here, we should be able to have multiple people in the end as long as they're down here, and everything in the end should be on its own. As long as they're here, the way this farm works with them going after the Endermite, which will be in the center up there, uh, should just be non-stop farming or falling Endermen. So, but let me figure that out, and we'll be back to hopefully complete it. Well, y'all may notice I'm back at my base. So there's a couple of things I wanted to go over. You know, I was building the Ender farm. Still need to work on that. I came over here to look at what pistons and stuff I have. Got quite a bit of pistons. I may need sticky pistons, which shouldn't be a problem because J Skulls was nice enough to give us some slime blocks when my base was still over in the whichever direction. When I was still by spawn. So you may notice this contraption out here. So I'll try to remember. I'm pretty bad about it sometimes. Put a link in the description. This is a modified, it's a AFK fish farm. It uses the same type of design as pandas. So I don't know if this guy, the tutorial I used, if he actually redesigned it, but it's pretty nice, and it does work with 1.8. So it uses an iron trap door instead of an iron door, and that flips down and stuff as you're casting. So I don't really want to go too much into it, but the reason why I built this is I needed name tags. For those of you who may know, the end farm I want to build requires an Endermite to not despawn, so I need a name tag for it. And sure enough, after AFKing for a little over an hour, I got all of this stuff here, and I did clear out some fish. If we go take a look, now I do have enchanted fishing rods. Which one is it? Oh, I went looking for temples, and look at all this stuff. I found I think in that direction, there's a bunch of another big desert. There's a huge desert next to our spawn area, and then I found another one. So you can see I got a little bit of fish in here, puffer fish and stuff, all that, you know, I put in there, and then I just started leaving it in here. Puffer fish will be good when I want to raid the, I believe those would make underwater breathing potions, maybe. So those would be good, having plenty of that. And I got 2 more saddles. I may have to actually sell saddles. I got tons of them. And a couple books, which is good. That would go nice in my library. And wooden bowl, you know. If I get hungry, I can run over here. Got me some mushroom stew. So, pretty nice. But yeah, so tons of fish, a lot of puffer fish, but I got my name tag. So what I want to do is think of a name. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to think of a name to name the Endermite, and then probably gather up the pistons I have. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. I probably only need about 7, so I'm probably just going to, make about 7 pistons, flip it up to a lever, and probably do sticky pistons. That way I can have some sort of block in front of it. So basically, you hit the lever, it will have a platform where the Enderman will land on, and then we can hit them or punch them or whatever for experience. Or then have where we can move it out of the way and they'll just drop and kill them for the ender pearls. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this together, get the name tag, and I'll meet you back over at the end farm. Trying to build an ender farm with an endermite, take 57. Man, I've screwed up so much. Easy farm, easy design, and I'm struggling a little bit. So I'll start things off, and I'm just not going to post my fails. Went ahead and had an endermite, had to come down and grab my name tag, and by that time it had despawned. And then after probably, and I don't even know if I'm going to have enough ender pearls. Probably close to 30 ender pearls later, I finally got enough for a second one, maybe. I finally got enough, named him everything, and I didn't have, I was breaking away this top piece, and I broke one piece too many, and the I can't even think. And an Enderman got to him and killed him. And I was like, oh, crap. So, that failed. And I went back, got another name tag, because I had already named them. And, so yeah. So anyway, with that being said, it's just been one nightmare after another. Basically what I need to try to do, okay, so that is one piece, so break that out. If I break this out, I do have that stand on. Let me do that. I'll do that so hopefully I can get behind it. So I should have used 2 powered rails. I don't really want to go back to my base now and run back. But let me go ahead and give it a shot. Get my Fanaqua's Doom name tag. Come on. Oh crap, I did this last time too. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. So I need to mine those out and hopefully okay, that should be good this time, I hope. So this is half slabs, and this should be the bottom halves. That's good. I will break those out. We'll get this out of there. So I called it Fanaqua's Doom. A couple of reasons. One, Fanaqua is our resident Enderman on the server, and he is in there. And the Endermite is used to kill his family. So, little morbid, I guess. Sorry, Fanaqua. But we're after your precious pearls. That is not good. Because usually, I think he said he was just going in the lava. Or going in, of course he's going in the lava. So yeah. So what we need to do, let me go ahead and put that like that. Put a few more layers up here. And then I'll try to test it and then I'll come back with even more layers, of course. Oh, that's good. He didn't lose his stuff. Okay, so hopefully, probably shouldn't put any of this in. Okay, so what should happen, and if we come down here, kill these. And I need to get a lot more. I worked off of and this is what's supposed to happen. So basically you can come here. I am going to put in a system. This is awesome. I am going to put in a system to extend the blocks up and maybe raise this up a little bit. I'm going to modify this bottom part to include an XP grinder, or whatever you want to call it. But okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm done with the Endermite. Put this back in here. Who's faster than the Nether? Oh. Oops. Okay. So what I need to do is I actually need to get me more half slabs. And I'm hoping it'll be a little bit easier to build now with the basically all the guys just sitting there walking off. And then once I clear this, you know what, I'm gonna need, just in case I do finish it, let me go ahead and get one more trapdoor and the fence. This is pretty cool. So you can see kind of how this farm works. Thanks Doc M again and Zip Crowd crew and everything for figuring out this design. It's not too hard to repair now that I've done the work with that, but wonder if any of the other people will come out here. So yeah, hopefully everything stays working with it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get the platform finished up, get a lot more spawning spaces, get both ends working, and I'll be right back for the finished product. Well, I did die. Got my food of choice, some rotten flesh. Luckily, I didn't have any of my stuff, except for my pickaxe and a sword, and then, so I did lose a few things. Not sure exactly where they went to. They probably went over the edge. I died mining this shaft out. Wait, what's this? Oh, nice. There's my sword. Okay, they were just up there. So not quite over the edge. But here's the farm. So the Endermite is right up there in the center. These guys spawn. They run towards the Endermite, go down the ends, and they just fall. Bring in Fanakwa's cousins and relatives to their doom. Thank you for that. So, yep, so this is it. What I'm probably going to do, now the spawn pad is not that large. Take this out. I say not that large. It's only about 11 blocks from the drop shaft. I can probably add more to it, but I wanted to see how it does, and so I may leave a lot of the half slabs and ladders here just in case, more is needed. So, um, but yeah. So this is it. I want to say the top part should be pretty close to being finished. I don't know if I really need to do anything else. These rates are actually pretty good. Um, they just keep coming. I mean, it's nonstop. I mean, I'm getting all these pearls with just the standard drops, no looting effect or anything, and almost a full inventory. And you can just AFK here. Um, this is awesome. So what I want to do, probably in the next video, I may continue to work on this. I need to test out what maybe will not kill them. So if I get something about that height, I think that may be, yeah. So I'm gonna have to raise this up some. That height's good, but I can't really do, I can't really do that with pistons. So that height is actually perfect, man. I want to have it where you just turn a switch on. So I'm going to have to move this up some, rearrange this room a little bit, and getting quite a bit. So let me go ahead and get this out of here. Not that I needed to use my sword right there. And look at that, almost a full inventory of pearls. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. I got done what I wanted to, and it is working incredibly well. Man, some of these guys definitely... I mean, that's why some of these farms, it's difficult to come up with new ideas, because some of these, like the best... I mean, this has no redstone. It has absolutely no redstone. It's got a minecart and a mob. The only fail of this the only fail of this is the fact that possibly the mob can despawn, maybe. So, it's kind of, I don't know what I'm going for, but it is interesting, the fact that, this farm is completely ran off of a mob that was put in the game in 8.1, and a minecart, and then a couple trapdoors, and then a drop shaft. So I think this is going to do it, though. Like I said, this has been Kinema. Let me know what you think. Check out Doc M. I'm sure everybody who's watching my videos definitely knows who he is, about the tutorials and different things he's done on this farm. But this has been Kinema, and I will talk to you later.